Hello, everyone. I have decided that I'm going to do videos this year rather than type a whole bunch of stuff and put it into a website. So we will still have our weekly update website that you will get every Friday, but instead of everything being typed up, you're going to get a video and a slideshow, and then all of the important documents linked below that. So something new, something different. So now on the weekend, instead of reading what I write, you get to listen to me, or hopefully on a Friday or Monday, whatever you do, whenever you listen to this or read it. Um, I'm not really too fond of the color of the background of this slideshow, so any suggestions? I'm open. I wanted to start off really quickly about some safety updates since we did have that critical incident training yesterday, or whenever you're watching this. That was on Thursday. Um, I did update our McGee Elementary School 2526 safety procedures manual. So you can click on this picture on this slideshow. It will take you to the updated version, or of course, the link below. What's been really nice is we had no staff move classrooms, no staff left, and there's no new teachers or anything like that. So everything basically has stayed the same. I've just had to update some notes and update some of our medically fragile students that are currently in the building and not in the building anymore. Since we are talking safety, October is always that National Fire Prevention Month, and we always have the Lake Country Fire and Rescue come in and teach those fire safety classes. I put that schedule together for you since the time frame that Tony provided to us was a little bit shorter than what it typically is, and he built in an observed fire drill for that day as well. So when you look at this schedule, you're going to notice that at 2:05 p.m. on October 6th, we will have a fire drill that's observed by the Lake Country Fire and Rescue. And then the only thing I need confirmation from is 5-year-old kindergarten. Do you want to participate with 4-year-old kindergarten in the morning or in the afternoon? So please let me know. And you will also notice that you will be doing this combined as a grade level versus separate. We needed to make sure that in order for it all to fit in, that you were combined with your as a grade level. John is going around the school to look to make sure that everyone has one of those door latch sliders. I know that some of you mentioned that yours went missing or they are no longer there. So John is looking into that, and if you do not have one, you will have one soon. One of the things that really stuck out to me at the training yesterday was our doors need to be locked and we need to stop the prop. Even after that big discussion about stopping the prop last school year during our critical incident training, there were still doors that were propped open at McGee last school year. We can't do that. And when I say doors propped open, I mean the exterior doors of the foyer and the interior doors of the foyer. No propping open doors. When I see a door propped open, it sort of gets me going. So please, if you see a door propped open, close it. If you need a door propped open because you're bringing something in, then have someone stand by the door with you to monitor the door. We need to make sure our exterior doors are locked. So thank you for being mindful of that. To end this video, I just wanted to do some welcome back learning review of all of the professional learning and meetings that we had. And I wanted to start off with the number sense and number talks. Remember, we will be doing those at the beginning of our workshop model during that getting engaged part. And of course, it says 5 to 10 minutes here on the slide, but I understand that it can go a little bit longer, maybe 5 to 15 minutes, depending on the discourse and the conversations that you're having and how much learning is going on. So remember to start planning those and getting those ready. And remember, when you are doing a number talk session in your classroom, a number sense routine, you are setting the tone. Bring the students close to you with no paper or whiteboards. If you see that a student needs something to write with, then you can scaffold that. But we really want this to be by memory to really start boosting how fast and how much students understand what they can do with numbers. Write or post a purposeful problem to solve. Remember, that's something that they've either previously learned or they are learning at that time, nothing new. Ask for a quiet thumb up close to the body when they have one answer, 2 fingers if they have 2, 3 if they have 3, and so on. When most students have a thumb up, ask the students to raise their hand if they're willing to share their answer. And remember, you're only writing the answers on the board at that time, not asking for a defense. Collect all the answers, even incorrect ones, so students know all answers are honored and could be defended. As students explain their thinking, you chart what they are saying as their way. And students should have conversations about their thinking with each other. So if you want to do a quick turn and talk, you can do a quick turn and talk, or you can have them turn and talk about a strategy or a process that another student shared with them and defended. Another refresher was the presentation that Sarah Skreda gave about Citizen McGee's executive function with habits of mind. And our goal in September is I can do my job at school. And my language for students when it comes to working through these life skills is this. We will practice ways to stay organized so you can strive for accuracy even better than you have before. So I'm taking that executive function area that we are focusing on, and we are going to learn more and practice that so we can be better at that habit of mind that it aligns with. So our first school assembly is on Wednesday, September 3rd at 8:45 a.m. And the schedule for executive functions with and habits of minds, as well as the disruptive behavior toolbox, are linked in the important documents page on our daily news website. If you click on the image of the organization slideshow on this slide, you will have access to all of the things that you can talk about and do with your students to help them become more organized, which then in turn helps them strive for accuracy. Another refresher is outdoor learning at McGee. Remember, and you all did this, you all chose one part of my view that you're going to go outside for during that practice time. And you all told me a date. So I'm really looking forward to our first September staff meeting where we get to reflect together on how that is going. And I just listed here some staff norms and some student norms. The staff norms are going to be updated for next week. Please know that I would really like you to meet with Beth to determine what's best for you when you go outside. Is it getting a walkie-talkie or texting with Beth? And we will work through that together. But please take some time next week when you can to work with Beth as to which way to communicate will be better, through text message when you're outside or through walkie-talkie. That is all that I have for you. It was really great to see everyone. I really had a lot of fun these last 2 weeks, and it was just so great to see all the families and students at the Back to School Bash. I know this year is going to be great, and I am really honored that we get to spend this year together. So here we are, Team McGee, ready to go. Have an amazing weekend, and see you Tuesday.